Hello, guys. It's me, Elizabeth Jankovic, the host of this podcast called Virgo Vibes. So, I am in a new location. If you're watching the video, the visual, I am in my new room in Manhattan. Also, I am in Manhattan and I'm recording this at 6:45 p.m. on a Sunday, May 9th. It's Mother's Day, actually. Happy Mother's Day to those who celebrate and can, and shout out to all mothers. And yeah, so it's not like the dead of night, obviously, because I like having some natural light. I am by the window. My window faces the street, and I'm in Manhattan, so it's also raining out. Like, the sound of the cars outside is probably going to be heard, and there might be sirens, and we're gonna see. I feel like those watching the video might not care as much about the audio, but if you're only listening, like that car just passed by, then it might be a little more difficult. But we're just gonna try to work through it, and we're gonna vibe. So today I'm kind of going to rant a little bit about how do I say this? So I just moved. If you guys are subscribed to my YouTube channel and watched my Move to New York City with Me vlog, you would know I moved to Manhattan. Right now I'm in this flexible living situation where I can kind of pay for rent by the week, and you can live here on a weekly basis, live for a few weeks, or eventually you can end up living here for a few months or even a few years. So it's really up to you. And I have a room with a sink, and then it's a communal kitchen and bathroom and shower and stuff. So it's definitely an upgrade from the dorm. You guys probably remember when I lived in the dorm when I went to college. And this is a different location. This is just, I don't know, I feel like it's a bigger room. I have so much storage. It's so much nicer. The facilities are nicer. I literally feel like I'm living in a hotel right now. And yeah, so that's a little mini life update. That's why I'm recording from here. It looks like a different setup. It was brighter out earlier, and now again, it's approaching sunset, and also it's cloudy, it's rainy, so I have a mix of natural light and, artificial warm lighting with a lamp on. So bear with me for the quality of the actual video. But if you guys kind of know all of my different quote-unquote things, so I introduce my videos now with hi, I'm Elizabeth, I'm a 21-year-old vegan living in New York, and I model and I act, right? And it's I have these platforms. I have my regular personal Instagram, which is just my cute photos. Sometimes I'll throw a picture from a photo shoot in there. Now I have my acting and modeling website, which is elizabethjankovic.com, and it's where all my actual modeling portfolio is, what that photographers can look at, that modeling agencies can look at, directors, if they just need pictures. And then my acting section of that is just my resumes on there, my reels on there. So that's my actual website, my career, right? My passion, my dream. I want to be an actress. I am an actress, right? I want to be able to have acting be my full-time job. And modeling too. It's I'm getting into the part of my modeling, I guess, experience where I can eventually submit to agencies. I feel like I've said this so many times. I'm probably a broken record with so many things at this point. Let me shut my phone off. I've also been vegan for, it's going to be 5 years. I usually say summer of whatever. So I went vegan summer of 2016. I say June. So usually when it's approaching summertime, it's May right now, I'm usually yeah, I've been vegan for 5 years. And then winter, it's it was 4.5. So now it's been 5 years. And that's a big part of my life too. And also the fact that I'm in the city, right? I was a college student in the city. I wanted to make those vlogs. I am now a post-college, I'm a grad, just a 21-year-old vegan, vibing. And yeah, so in the city, having vegan food, vlogging, showing you guys my journey, moving here, and my modeling and acting stuff, which I post on my Instagram stories a lot too. If I'm acting in something or whatever, a music video I was in just went out. So if you go to, I guess I can link it down below. A music video that I acted in, I can link that down below. Oh, well, I guess this is a podcast. I could put it in the description, and I can also link it on my actual channel and stuff. So yeah, I just feel I do so many things, and that's kind of what this podcast is about. I'm going to kind of talk about my struggles pursuing all these different things at once, and like I don't know if I have ADHD, but I tend to think about 100 things at the same time. And all day, every day, my thoughts are constantly running. I'm just constantly thinking of things I wanted to do, said I would do, whatever, and like trying to get it done. So that's something that like I've been thinking about a lot recently, because, you know, I have like a morning routine. I have a nightly routine. I also have like things I do pretty much every week. I post my YouTube videos once a week. And my content, I think I used to like be super early with my content. I used to be like, oh, like I'll have the next month or two planned out, but that's when I was making shittier videos, lower quality. Now it's like I feel like they actually do something. If I bought a clothing haul, right? If I did clothing haul, that's really easy. It's a quick video idea for me. For like, if it's just like, oh, a day in my life, if I know I'm filming self-tapes, if maybe I'm getting some yummy vegan food, maybe I'll just vlog that day, like my little productive days, and yeah, or vegan related stuff, like a lot of like city days. Like I try to vlog when I go to the city, because I just feel like it's entertaining content for people who maybe don't live in New York City, for people who do live in the city or in New York and would visit, just want inspiration. What's a vegan doing these days? Because, even me, a 5-year vegan, I've literally been in the city for 3 years now. I'm still finding new things on TikTok these days about like, oh shit, there's like a whole vegan restaurant that I've never heard of before, and I'm just finding out about it on TikTok. So it's just like, yeah, I feel like my content, and I was actually talking to a friend about this on Instagram the other day. It's kind of like, yeah, I'm going to show you guys the behind the scenes of my acting and modeling here and there. Like, it's definitely not, my channel's definitely not focused on that. But if you guys are interested in that part of me, you can find it in my vlogs, like on my Instagram and my stories, and also like on my actual website. Like, I feel like I like updating my Instagram mainly about like what I'm in, because that's where I can post like promo for it, behind the scenes pics, like, like you're not really vlogging on set or anything for acting things. And also it depends how much I'm booking, right? So I feel like it's a very go with the flow of my channel. Like, I know I post every Tuesday, and it's kind of just like, if, as I said, a haul, boom, this is a haul. Oh, like I moved, okay, obviously I'm gonna make a whole video about me moving. Next, I took a little trip to visit a friend in Delaware, so like I have like a Delaware trip and a weekend vlog coming out, like a 2-in-1. So now that I'm in the city, I feel like it's gonna be so easy to like vlog and stuff, but it's like, oh, am I just like a vlogger? Like the other day I was talking to someone and they were like, oh, like you're a vlogger? Like what do you do? And like, I guess I do mainly post vlogs. Like, I don't post a ton of sit down videos. I do have like 21 favorite things in 2021. I do have like my like hair, skin tips, whatever. So like I throw in some beauty and lifestyle sit down videos in, just if I feel like I will have a lot of advice in one section. But a lot of like, I feel like my content is just a vlog. Like it's gonna be throughout a vlog about my food, about whatever I'm doing. Yeah. So, and kind of, I'm just like explaining all of these things and where my head's at right now. Like this podcast is literally gonna be almost like a ramble of where my head's at, and maybe you guys can relate, maybe not. Also, after like I process the audio for this and I listen back, I may or may not realize that there was a ton of background noise that was really annoying, and I apologize in advance for that. If it's really bad, I will learn. This is my first podcast in my new place, so bear with me, okay? But yeah, essentially like, yeah, my YouTube channel every week. So I don't necessarily schedule it in my like week, like this is when I'm going to film and this is when I'm going to edit. It's just like, oh, I filmed enough content now, enough of a vlog that I'm ready to like edit it and like post it. And I do it like pretty last minute now. I mean, I don't know if it's last minute. I'm a Virgo. So like today's Sunday. I am going to schedule my video for Tuesday tonight. Maybe that's early to some people. I think it's late because I used to have it like 2-3 weeks out. Also, my voice is raspy. It's been raspy for the past few days, so I hope you think it's hot, because some people do. I don't know why it's raspy. I must have just lost it a little bit, but I should be fine. Should be back to normal soon. Maybe I'm not getting enough sleep. Maybe I need to have some tea. I don't know. But yeah, so I don't really like schedule it in my day or my week, right? It just happens, but it's something that happens every week. And when quarantine happened last year and I was home all the time, I feel like I was able to be on my freaking routine grind all the time. I was working out. Also, sorry, there's like something on my lip. I am just like a mess right now. I'm like not even paying attention to like what I'm looking like in the video. But yeah, it's like I would wake up, I would do my morning routine, like my skincare, my beauty stuff. I would, do my yoga. I would work out. Okay, boom, now I dressed up and, do I need any social media content? Like, do I need Instagram content? Do I need to do self-tapes for acting? Do I need to do a podcast? Like any YouTube podcast, acting things, like doing that. But during quarantine, also like not a lot of acting or even modeling things were happening. So I was really just focused on like, okay, my quarantine videos, whatever. I changed my banner on my channel. I feel like I was really trying to like clean up my YouTube, Instagram even. And I'm actually thinking of doing that like again. Like I want to maybe make like a newer intro, more about like what I do. I just updated my bio today. Like I want to tell people like I am a New York based, like my website's open right now on my laptop. I'm a New York based actress and model. I'm vegan. I will show you guys fun lifestyle content, vegan content, and also my modeling and acting behind the scenes, right? So I just want like to put out on my either banner or in like the intro of my videos like what you can expect from me, because people want to know like what do you do, right? So like the other day when the person was like, oh, you're like a vlogger, it's like, I guess so, like I just talk about my life, I don't know. And then my friend and I were talking about how it's like New York City vegan behind the scenes of my modeling and acting stuff. So that's what I do, and it's a lot, and it's weird sometimes when you don't have like one specific thing that you do, like the makeup, James Charles, he's a makeup vlog, a makeup YouTuber. But then at the same time, I feel like I know people who do a bunch of things, or maybe don't even do anything. They just show you their life, and it's like, so can I do that? Like, I don't know. It's like, I guess it's like, and I think a lot of artists, oh God, sorry, the like honking in the background. I think a lot of artists feel this way because artists, we usually are creative in multiple different disciplines. So like I have my YouTube channel. I also, post on Instagram regularly. I like doing cute outfits. I like doing photo shoots and posting that, but I also have that whole entire professional side, like my actual website where it's like, this is my modeling photos that I would not post on my Instagram, but it is a professional photo. And then all my acting stuff, like I'm not posting, like Instagram is not the platform really for acting. It's like, go to my website, like I'll post promo for it, like whatever. It's like, that's more like behind the scenes stuff. So it's like, I'll show you on my YouTube channel, and then it's like, recently I'm like trying to be like, well, am I focusing more on modeling or acting? Like, I don't know. I always tell people it's like, it's whatever kind of picks up first. If people think I'm going to be a model, like if I just get signed to an agency or I start booking modeling things, awesome. If I just start booking acting things and like I become more of an actress, awesome. If I suddenly get like a really good a bunch of voiceover work, awesome. Like maybe I'm a voiceover artist. I really do so many things, and so that's why it's really hard to like choose one, right? Because it's like, oh, like I do this and I do this, whatever takes off first takes off. If my YouTube channel like blows up and I get thousands of subscribers and engagement, and I can just like focus all my content or all my energy here, like just whatever's picking up is what I'm going to put my energy into. But then again, it's the reverse. It's also the reverse of like whatever I put my energy into will pick up. And that's kind of where I feel like I don't know what I'm doing, because I have all these interests. I want to do all these things. Right now, I'm doing some things more than other, and just depending on my weekly schedule, some things I spend more time doing than others. So it's just like, what am I doing? Like, I don't know. Like sometimes I have a bunch of modeling things all at once. I have a bunch of photo shoots, and I just tend to be submitting to more modeling things. Sometimes I have so many acting like things going on, right? But then it's back to like, oh, well, my YouTube channel's been doing really well, so I'm going to focus time on like putting out more content or better content, or updating, like editing one video with a little more effort than I would another video. So it's just like, what is constant, because like I did make this posting schedule for myself. YouTube, every Tuesday I post a video. 2 times a month I post a podcast, and on Instagram I'll post 2 Instagrams a month, right? That's in my control. Acting and modeling, I can't really control. I can control how much I'm submitting, and I can control how seriously I'm taking my auditions and how much time and energy I'm putting in, right? Like realistically, I could book a photographer for modeling and have them take digitals of me and put those up on my website and like really have important digital photos that I could submit to an agency, right? Or I can contact photographers and be like, let's collab, let's do something right now. And I could book like a few days of just shooting and getting content, right? And then that can trickle into behind the scenes YouTube. Oh, this is like what I'm doing today on Instagram. Oh, this is like a photo from that shoot. I like it. I'm going to post it on Instagram. So it's like, as they say with the law of attraction and manifestation, whatever you're putting your energy into is going to usually, come back to you. So that's just so crazy to me, because it's like, well, what do I focus on? Like, what do I focus on? And obviously it's like, I do everything right now, and if one's picking up more, I'm going to put my energy toward whatever's most important. I'm going to prioritize as I go, but I just don't really know what I'm doing, because with like platforms and social media, and again, even acting or modeling, it's like, if you choose one thing and you really go at it, like, you will see growth in it, right? So it's like, okay, like, I could, if I really wanted to, I could start doing 2 really high quality videos a week. Boom. Oh, like, I could do a weekly podcast. I'm not going to do that because I don't have enough ideas every week to do a weekly podcast. I can start contacting so many photographers and whatever, and like really building that up, and just take a whole day and like submit to a bunch of agencies. And so I'm just like, but I don't want to just solely focus on one thing, because as I'm only focusing on one thing, what about my other stuff, right? So my brain, as I said earlier in this episode, like, my brain's in so many different places at once. And that's why it's like, okay, there are certain things I like to get done every week. Like, at least once in a week I want to do this, right? Like, every day I apply to acting gigs. Every day I like to get up and work out, right? But it also then depends on like your freaking like life situation at that moment. So if oh my God. If I just moved May 1st, I was focused on moving and packing and settling in. And then, all of my friends live in the city, and also like the people I see are vaccinated or have antibodies or are half vaccinated, and I'm fully vaccinated. So I just want to put that little COVID disclaimer. Also, I mean, it's weird because with COVID, every country is different. Some countries are not living in a pandemic. Every state is different. I live in New York. There's a bunch of rules. I know Texas and Florida don't have as many rules. So it's like, I don't even know. When you're, especially like if you are a person on social media, right? It's like, what am I promoting? A healthy behavior or unhealthy behavior, right? I also like get tested, and like my friends kind of get tested from time to time too. So it's like, if anybody was positive, like ever came up positive, we know, and like we all know to like get tested or whatever. I've never tested positive for corona, so that's all I have to say. But yeah, as I was saying, like, oh, I just moved to the city. I'm gonna settle in. I'm gonna like unpack. I'm gonna like whatever. And I am going to see a couple friends if I have plans. Like, I just went to Delaware. So today, Sunday, May 9th, is really the first full day I have to myself where I'm not seeing other people. I don't have any plans. I'm not, like, stressing out about anything. I don't have work, right? Like, because I also now, I do have a part-time weekend job. So there's, like, so many things going on in my life. So how do you balance it? How am I supposed to balance everything I do? And that's something that is kind of what I'm talking about in this podcast. I feel like I have to be super, 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 super regimented, and like, regimented, is that the word? And strict and firm in my daily, weekly, whatever routine in order to accomplish everything I want to accomplish, right? Like, because then I also have more goals and stuff I want to do. So it's like, I need to do the basic things, and then I need to add stuff on top of it. So for example, I used to wake up, do yoga workout, like pretty much every day. Then when I got my vaccine, I got side effects, and I was like, okay, I'm not feeling the best. And then I also was packing. So I was like, packing is workout. I don't have to do anything right now. And then I came to the city, and I walked like 10,000 steps, and I was like, that's my workout. I guess I did a 10,000 step walk for my workout today. And, I had to figure out in this room, where can I even do my workout? Where can I do yoga? Where can I stretch? Today, as I said, it was the first day to myself, and I actually woke up today and did 30-ish minutes of yoga. I did a 12-minute core workout. I did a little core workout last night, and it just felt really good to wake up, do my morning routine, do that. And I'm editing a video tonight. I'm recording this podcast today. That's all my cute little personal stuff. And as I was saying before, I was listing the things I do. Okay, I act, I model, and I have a YouTube channel where you guys can see all of that. I also am in the city, so that's content in itself. I was actually, I think, on my explore page on YouTube the other day, and somebody was just literally there about me, or all of their recent videos were all just New York City vlogs. That's it. That's it. So it's you can just have one little thing be your thing, or you can have so many. And I feel as artists, we have to figure out that that's okay, that we should be promoting every one of our things. And just like anybody else, yeah, obviously if one thing takes off, and grows really rapidly, you end up putting more of your energy into that. And then, as I said before, on the flip side, whatever you put your energy into is going to grow too. So for me, it's I want to do everything with not a super, super intense, right? But also not back burner lazy. I want to do everything I do with a moderate intensity. And so it's I'm just trying to be well-rounded and figure my shit out and all of that jazz. So that's kind of where my brain's at. What I was saying before, what I do. I also, I'm also I guess a healthy vegan. I like to show oh, these are my vitamins, right? Use my code on iHerb to buy vitamins, right? I also like to show that I do yoga and that I do these home workouts and that I'm generally pretty healthy and fit. People, when they talk about me, they're oh, you're so healthy. That's something I guess my friends would say about me. Oh yeah, she's healthy, she's organized, she's sweet, she's smart. Those are descriptors. So yeah, just, what was I don't even know why I mentioned health. Oh, just being able to do yoga here. So it's hard to stick to those daily, weekly routines when you have such a big life change. And I guess I have to give myself some slack with that. Yes, I moved, I went on a trip, I had weekend plans, and I also had weekend work. So I have to give myself slack that the last week and a half, 2 weeks, I wasn't on my daily or weekly routine as much. And another thing I think is the reason why I've been less on my routine is because I haven't done my affirmations in so long. I do weekly affirmations. I like to do them twice a week. I've honestly only been doing them once a week for a while. I literally don't know the last time I did them. I think it was before I moved. I haven't done them since I moved. So now we're talking a week and a half or 2 weeks, And for me, affirmations, they remind me all of the goals and things that I want planned for the future, so things to work toward. They also remind me on the things I'm working on every minute of the day, every day, weekly, whatever. Doing yoga, working out, right? That's an everyday thing. Oh, applying to things, building up my career, that's a weekly thing. So it's doing my affirmations really keeps me grounded. Having my me time really keeps me grounded. When I have a lot of plans or a huge lifestyle change and you're just settling into your life, that's it almost pauses it. And yeah, if I was super, super I'm gonna do this right away, I want it every day, no exceptions. If I was a no exceptions type gal, yes, I could have woken up every day and done yoga and done my workouts. And I could have also, what's something I was slacking on? I would say that's it though. I've been doing my acting emails. I've been contacting people. I guess maybe applying to more jobs and internships is something I kind of put on a back burner because I moved and I'm getting used to my new job too. I have a new place. I have a new job. I have more things to apply to. My sister and I are hoping to get an apartment in the summer, and it's literally May, so I might be focusing on moving too, which could be a whole new little vlog moment for everybody, which would be fun too. So it's just it's just stressful because it's I'm doing so many things. What do I focus on? How do I balance everything? Should I be trying to do all these things at once, or should I just do one thing? I'm too ambitious to not try everything at once. I have to return to my TikTok and figure out oh shit, do I actually have because I told myself I should try posting every week on TikTok, and I know I've posted I have a decent amount of good posts, but it's not super consistent. because a lot of the time then it's like, okay, I am vlogging my food, or I'm vlogging my day. Oh, I have to vlog and make a TikTok? Oh, now it's two different things. Oh, but I also should throw a quick Instagram story about what I'm doing. Like it's a lot. Like, they really do say, like, I actually had a social media marketing internship last year. And, you know, there's a Facebook version, there's a Twitter version, there's an Instagram version of, like, whatever you're posting. We also want you to make a video promo about this event. Like, right? So it's like, when you're doing it all yourself, it's like, shoot, like, my brand, what I'm doing, what I'm, like, pursuing, my social media side of my life, it's like, I really do have to, figure out, like, a version of every platform. So it's like, oh, do I want TikTok to grow too? Because if I do, then I need to start making TikToks. Another platform that I have coming that I'm like, I keep telling myself to start, and I'm just like, okay, well, I have to, like, you know, prep it, you know. It's like, you never want to start something without doing the preparation, right? Like, even my YouTube channel, like, I feel like I kind of just started and wung it, and it was, like, really shitty, and I was just like, I'm just gonna put out as many videos as I can and keep it consistent. Like, I've rarely skipped a week. I usually I usually hate missing my Tuesday 1 p.m. EST. Like, that's usually what I do every single week, right? Because I think they say consistency is key, and, like, having that consistent posting day. Yeah, and just, like, and frequency. Posting, like, the time consistency and, like, the frequency, right? So it's like, I don't want to start a project and then put it on the back burner, because I've done that. Like, I have a vegan Instagram called, the username is @ElizabethIsVegan, and I just wasn't consistent with it. And it's like, if I don't make myself a schedule and, like, force myself to do it, then it's gonna be on the back burner. So it's like, YouTube is so easy to queue, and I feel like if Instagram, if I could queue up posts on Instagram, I think every person who has an Instagram platform would feel so relieved, because you don't have to do it in the moment. Even TikTok, right? I think you have to just post. You can't schedule a TikTok. You can schedule Tumblr posts. You can schedule YouTube, right? So it's a little easier to manage. But the other stuff is just like, I really have to be on top of it. So I guess what I'm trying to say is my brain's all over the place, okay? And I'm also kind of curious, like, do you guys feel this way about things? And some of you, I'm sure, are in school. Like, God, like, I graduated, I'm done. But, like, if you're in school, it's like, what the fuck? Like, what are you supposed to do? What are you supposed to focus on? That's how I felt in school. I was like, I have all these goals and dreams, and I can't do anything because of school, because I have to do this homework assignment, and it just sucked. And now I graduated, and I'm feeling so much better. But again, like, life gets in the way, right? Life gets in the way. So it's like, it's overwhelming. Like, last night, I literally was, like, so overwhelmed I was gonna cry. And I also just was, like, having a down self-image day. And I was like, how am I supposed to do anything in my life? I feel, like, mentally like shit right now. I have bad, like, self-image right now. Self-esteem was really not good. And my confidence was down. I was like, I hate myself. I hate everything. Blah, blah, blah. God. And I have all these goals. How am I supposed to? I don't want to do anything. Like, it was a little bit of a downward spiral, but that's how I knew today I needed to spend time with myself. Even tomorrow, I'm going to try to spend time with myself, working on myself, because that's when I thrive. That's when I feel good. Like, guys, today it felt so good to wake up and do yoga and work out, and even doing this, like, submitting to things, doing my acting stuff, recording my podcast, editing the video that I'm going to do later. Like, it feels good when I'm productive, okay? I feel good when I'm productive. And what was the other thing? Working out, like, that felt so good. And then eating healthier, because I just have not been eating too healthy recently, and it doesn't feel good. But now I'm going up. I think I need to, like, genuinely, like I made a weekly social media posting thing, and it's actually at my house in Westchester, but I should bring it the next time I, like, go home. I should bring it back. But it's like, if I look at that, or if I hang it up and I see that posting schedule every day, like, or every week, and I make sure to post, I'm gonna feel good, right? Like, I'm gonna get it done. So it's like, I can't just keep saying it, even though, like, yes, affirmations, you do speak things into existence. It's like, you say it, and then you keep saying it, and then it triggers you to, like, take the action to do it, and then, like, you do it, and then you, like, constantly remind yourself of the schedule and, like, staying consistent, and then you accomplish everything, right? So that's that. This is a long ass podcast episode because I just have clearly just so many things going on in my brain, and I knew this podcast episode was gonna be like that. I knew it was gonna be like that. Yeah. Cause like, oh, gosh, there's some things that I like. Today's been, it's been, because the day's not over. Today has been and still will be like a well-rounded day, but then it's like, okay, so it's like, okay, I did my things that I basically, like, so later I'm going to try to do my affirmations if I have them with me. Hopefully I have a photo. If I don't, because I know I don't have my actual like handwritten affirmations with me at my new place, but I hopefully have a photo of them on my phone. I have to go looking in my camera roll, but I'm going to do my affirmations, and usually as I do my affirmations, I will be like, okay, what am I currently doing well at? What am I currently accomplishing? Okay, boom, great, let's keep going, hurrah. And it's like, oh, what am I like not focusing on right now that I need to focus on? What do I need to like shift gears to? So that's why my affirmations keep me so grounded. And it's like me moving, not doing my affirmations has had me so ungrounded. And it's like, it's Taurus season. I should be able to like, but Taurus season is also like getting stuff done in like a on my own terms way, and like I'll do it when I get it done way. And I'm also like gonna enjoy myself and be self-indulgent and sensual and pleasurable. So it's like, yeah, it's like, it's crazy. It's just like, I don't know, maybe what's the season after Taurus season? Gemini season. I'm excited to do, I think my next podcast will be about Gemini season, but yeah, that's just like, so today's been like a nice well-rounded day. And then I'm gonna do my affirmations and be like, okay, what did I do today that was good? What do I do in my week that's good? And then it's also going to be like the certain projects that I have, like that Elizabeth is Vegan Instagram account that has been kind of dead for, I've had that for, apparently like I had it in 2018. So clearly I've had it for like 3 years. If I want to like consistently post on there, that's my goal. I'm going to have like a whole vegan food Instagram account. So like I'll be like a vegan Instagrammer. I don't know, I guess a food Instagram. Yeah, it would be a vegan food Instagram. That it's like I need to gather all of my photos of my cute vegan food that I have that I can post. I need to edit them, and then I need to like save them as drafts in that Instagram, like whatever. And that's something that would take probably a couple days of me just focusing on that. And so that's the other thing. It's like I have these projects and these ideas or these goals that it's like, okay, I can't really do it just within my day. I need to like have a set day that I focus on this. Like, oh, today 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. I'm focusing on this little project I have. So that's why it's hard, because like I have all these things. I have these daily routines. I have these weekly routines. And then I have these projects, but how do I focus on these projects if I'm worrying about the current weekly and daily routine? And like, how do I also balance all of that with my lifestyle changes and when life gets in the way? And it's a lot about just like self-monitoring. I would say affirmations keep me on track, and they probably keep you on track. And I feel like another term for affirmations is really just like your goals, like New Year's resolutions, goal setting. Like if you just look at the goals you have, like goals for every week or every day, or even just general, if you just look at those goals and read those goals like every day, every week, whatever you think is best, for me, it keeps me so grounded. And it's like I really have to plan my schedule and like be strict with myself, I guess, in order to accomplish everything. But also I'm learning to give myself enough slack for, oh wow, I literally just moved, and I also went on a trip. Obviously I couldn't get everything sorted, so it's like I hate the feeling of, oh well, like I didn't do enough, or like I could have been doing better. But then it's like, girl, give yourself some slack. I know that I don't do that enough. I don't give myself enough slack. But as soon as I have the availability in my schedule, I am the type of person who's like, we're getting back on track. And that's what today is, tomorrow is. It's going to be a great week. I have like actually a busy week planned because I booked a film shoot. I'm going to be background acting this week. So that's exciting. There's a lot of like disclosure agreements with that stuff. So that's never something I could like vlog or post. Like if you are an actor and like you act on like professional TV production sets, like you would know. But short films, that's like very dependent on like either the director or like if it's a student film, it's usually more chill. Everything like my music video, that was something that like when I was acting on it, I totally could have vlogged that. I didn't because it was like my first music video and I wanted to like be professional and in the moment. But yeah, so that's kind of my little spiel. I need to cut myself some slack. However, staying grounded is important, and I hate when I don't feel grounded, and I love getting back on my grind, and I love pursuing my future projects, and I can do everything equally. Like, I don't have to just focus on one thing. Every week is going to look different for me, and every month is going to look different, every day, but I do enjoy having, like, certain foundational things, you know? So, yeah, book background acting. Oh yeah, it's gonna be a great week. That's all I was gonna say, really. I don't know if there was anything else I wanted to say. Maybe like, what do you guys do to help out your? Does this happen to you? Do you get anxious thinking about things? Like, sometimes I get so excited and motivated in a positive way when I have a lot of goals, and sometimes it's like my brain has 100 tabs open and I keep shuffling through all of them and clicking on like one or two buttons on each of them, and it's really not productive at the end of the day. So yeah, I just have goals, and I'm trying to accomplish them: daily, weekly, monthly, yearly goals. Anyway, thank you guys for listening to this 36-minute ramble. I love you guys, and thank you for listening to Virgo Vibes and coming along with me on my journey of everything. Subscribe to my channel if you're not already. Like my videos. Talk to your friends about my channel. Share them. And if you want to check out my work on my acting site, www.elizabethjankovic.com. Follow me on Instagram at elizabeth.j. I feel like that's really cute and fun these days. And yeah, wish me luck pursuing everything. Happy Taurus season. Next podcast will most likely just be about Gemini season, and I guess if I have any like cute life updates and stuff. So yeah, thanks so much. I love you guys. This is your host Elizabeth Jankovic signing off of Virgo Vibes Podcast.